Hello everyone, my name is Dorothy Mora, my nickname is Tutu, and I am here with the Y to bring you tools every weekday to support your body, mind, and spirit during this crazy time. And so all of the things we do, I'm not going to assume that anyone has any props or anything there at home, so we're going to use things that you can just find around the house. Today, we're going to be focusing on the neck and the shoulders. So I don't know about you, but when I'm working from home or when I'm sitting on the couch for a long period of time, or just when it's really stressful outside, I can feel it in my shoulders and in my neck. So I notice that I might become a little bit hunched over, my shoulders might be creeping up towards my ears. So we're gonna work on letting a little bit of that go with about 3 easy stretches here today. Quick shout out to YMCA 175. Okay. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take a couple steps back because I just want you to stand up if you're able, bring your feet into parallel, and I want you to give a little lift to your heart. So imagining your heart is on a little string carrying it up towards the ceiling. So just a gentle lift, bringing that posture into good alignment. And so we're gonna take a second and just check in with the body by doing a roll down. So what does that mean? You're going to, holding onto that posture, just give your chin a little tuck, gentle bend of the knees, and you're going to articulate down, vertebrae by vertebrae, stopping if you feel any tension or tightness, just keeping it gentle and easy, and just rolling down. So nice and slow, you can hang out there at the bottom if you want, and then stacking yourself all the way back up, nice and tall. And let's do that one more time. Gently tucking that chin and articulating down, just using this to take a little scan of where you might be holding any tension in your body. Taking a nice deep breath and then stacking yourself all the way back up. Okay, so our first exercise usually involves a theraband, but again, I don't want to assume that you have a theraband at home, so we're going to use a pair of yoga pants. So if you don't have a pair of yoga pants, you can use sweatpants, anything with a little bit of give in it, okay? So I'm gonna have you take one leg of your yoga pants and you're going to hold it about shoulder distance apart here. So find your posture again, so parallel feet, little gentle lift of the heart up to the ceiling here. Holding your arms around shoulder distance apart and let those shoulders drop away from the ears. Holding onto that posture, you're just going to start pulling the theraband or the yoga pants apart and bringing them back together. So slowly pulling that apart, bringing that together. So as you do this, you might be tempted to pull that apart and really pop out that rib cage. So see if you can avoid doing that. Just keeping that rib cage soft, shoulders away from the ears as you open and close your pair of yoga pants. So let's take that one more time here. Closing that band. And then let's open the band here, keeping those shoulders down, raising it up. Taking it behind your head. And then up. Back in front of you and closing it here. So again, as you do this, you might be tempted not only now to pop out that rib cage, but also to bring your head forward to accommodate that band. So see if you can avoid doing that. Just opening that band, keeping the rib cage soft, shoulders down, head in line with the spine as you bring that band behind your head. Back up. And then closing it here. And let's do that one more time. Opening that band. And then closing it again. Okay, so you can set your yoga pants aside. We won't need those again. And just check in with yourself. So shoulders might feel a little bit looser, but we're gonna work on them a little bit more. So I'm gonna take another step back here. Let's start on the left side. So find your posture. And what you're gonna do is you're just gonna bring your arm out. So I want you to find that space where you start to feel a little bit of a stretch down the neck and probably all along down the arm. So you might need to bring that arm a little bit forward, you might need to bring it out and up a little bit, or maybe it's behind you, but I want you to just see if you can find that space where you feel a stretch already. So once you find that, I want you to reach through all your fingers as if you're gonna shoot little laser beams out your fingers. So find that space, find that feeling of reaching through the fingertips. And then you're gonna bring your ear towards the shoulder of the stretched out arm. And now deepen that reach. So laser beam fingers here, taking a nice deep breath through the rib cage. Find your exhale, find your reach, and now bring your head back to center, and we're gonna bring your ear towards that opposite shoulder, so really deepening that stretch. Continue with those laser fingers. And now we're gonna take little circles of the head, so keeping your head towards that opposite shoulder. Gently taking those little shoulder circles and really feeling that stretch. Continuing to breathe nice and deeply. And then reverse those little head circles, keeping your ear towards that opposite shoulder. And then head back to center and you can rest your arms. So I don't know about you, but like that side just feels way better. So let's take that to the other side. So finding that stretched out arm, find that space, so whether that's a little bit behind you, out and up, or in front of you, just sort of search around, find that stretch where you feel it from the neck all the way down your arm, and now bring in those little laser fingers, so reaching through those fingertips. We're gonna bring the ear towards the side of the stretched out arm, deepen that stretch, deepen that reach of the fingertips. And now you're gonna take your ear towards the opposite shoulder, so really feeling that stretch. Nice deep breath through the rib cage. And now let's take little circles with the head. Don't lose your laser fingers. And reversing that, circling of the head, keeping your ear towards that opposite shoulder. Head back to center and letting that rest. Whew, feels better. Okay, we're gonna do one last thing here. Hopefully you're already feeling better. So I'm gonna just turn my camera here and I want you to find a wall. Okay, so I have my hand on the wall here. You're gonna wanna stand where you're about an arm distance length from the wall. So find your posture again, so that means find your feet in parallel. Find that little lift of the heart, so not lifting out where you're popping your rib cage, but just a gentle lift as if your heart is on a string towards the ceiling. Okay, so you're gonna bring your palm of your hand flat against the wall, which may already feel like a big stretch. And we're gonna take a second and deepen that connection between all your finger knuckles and the wall. So take a second, connect your pinky knuckles to the wall, your ring fingers, middle finger, pointer finger, thumb, and then the whole heel of your hand. So push the wall away here. Take a nice deep breath. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears, and you're gonna rotate your head to look at your hand. Take a nice deep breath here, let those shoulders drop again. And then you're gonna rotate your head to look away from your hand. Again, a nice deep breath. Let those shoulders again drop away from the ears and push that wall away, that whole hand. Head back to center. And resting that side. Take a second and feel the difference, and then let's take this over to the other side. So I'm gonna do the same side so you can still see me. So find that whole heel of the hand. Find your connections. Slowly rotating your head to look at the wall. Deep breath. Slowly rotating to look away. Deep breath, head back to center. And resting that arm. So, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow with some more stretches to keep you feeling well in your body, mind, and spirit. And I'll see you next time. Take care.